Making schools safer costs a lot of money, and voters in many parts of Texas will decide whether that approach to stop mass shootings is worth the price tag. In Austin, school leaders are working on a proposed $1.5 billion bond. A lot of the money would pay for security upgrades. Sally Hernandez looks at how the money would change campuses with the goal of student safety.
School shootings have changed the way Austin ISD keeps students and teachers safe. Right now, every school goes through an unannounced security audit. And by the end of the summer, schools will have bullet-resistant film on windows.
And it does provide an additional level of protection. Again, we can't, communicate where it is and all of these different things, but it is something that has been going on for quite some time. And we do have kind of focus areas within each facility, just because some facilities have more glazing or more glass than others. And you can imagine a high school has a lot and elementary school may have less.
AISD's chief of operations says the district is doing what it can with what it has, but it's not enough. And a bond measure could help every school meet the highest security standard.
Every new facility that we design meets our security specifications that we want to see implemented moving on. Not to mean that our schools aren't secure, but that's really where we want to be. Since those education specifications have been brought forward, we have completed 17 schools out of the 130. So, I would say, the 80% of our facilities would benefit from a capital investment, that would kind of move them in the direction of getting to where we want to be from a security perspective.
One layer of security Segura would like to see.
At a minimum, you would want security vestibules at every single school.
A security vestibule is a secure space at the front of campus with 2 sets of doors. It would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars per school.
We don't have unlimited resources. If we did, we'd be able to do a lot more.
More money would address another security issue at Austin schools: door locks. Something we're hearing a lot about from the Uvalde school shooting investigation.
One of the challenges that we have right now is that we don't have consistency in our locking mechanisms. Because if you think about it, you have essentially 70 years of different locks and keys and cores. And so standardizing that is actually one of the things that we're looking to do as part of the 2022 bond program.
The district says it can't afford the security upgrades without the bond money.
I want, our community to know that at the end of the day, we are doing the absolute best we can with the limited resources we have. And it's hard work, but we care very much about our students and our teachers.
Sally Hernandez reporting there. Texas lawmakers are looking at ways to free up funding to help districts harden school campuses. They've done this before with Senate Bill 11 passed back in 2019. We spoke with State Senator Paul Bettencourt to get insight into how the state could get funding to schools without holding a special legislative session.
If we're going to be spending money, which we already put $100 million in with in Senate Bill 11, and we're obviously going to put in more, we're going to have to do this right. And one of the things I want to point out is that one of the reasons why you don't need a special session in Texas, because you do have the Legislative Budget Board. Lieutenant Governor Patrick and the Speaker can, like that, send money to the school districts. So I expect that's going to occur. And importantly, but it's really important to get the facts, because again, big change in facts. Well, 4 weeks later, the facts are still changing, and quite frankly, until Chief Arredondo and the people involved that were directly involved down in Uvalde speak, we won't know the actual facts until that occurs.
Senator Bettencourt noted that a lot of testimony in last week's hearings focused on problems that prevented doors from being locked at Robb Elementary. He said securing doors will likely be an emphasis for schools going forward. Thank you again for joining us for State of Texas. I'm Will Dupree. We'll be back next week to bring you an in-depth look at Texas politics.